Hello and good morning, South Bay. I'm Lesley Robins. It's so great to see you again. First things first, once again, with everything happening on the other side of the world in Ukraine, we continue to think of those affected and pray this war ends as swiftly as possible. On to local news. Carson's city council boundaries, aka voting districts, will remain unchanged over the next decade. After a lengthy process during which council and city staffers reviewed and heard feedback from the community on 6 draft maps, the council ultimately voted earlier this month to maintain its current district boundaries, which were originally adopted in 2020. Last week's unanimous vote ended a process that began in January. Under state law, redistricting will become a decennial tradition in Carson, just as it has long been for other cities with council districts. Carson and Torrance residents must soon toss food scraps into those green organic refuse containers instead of the black ones reserved for regular trash. Now, that's just one of the changes taking effect in California because of updates to a state Senate bill aimed at reducing waste and curbing the state's greenhouse gas emissions. The city councils for Carson and Torrance recently approved that change, as well as a food recovery program, as mandated by recent updates to Senate Bill 1383. Now, that bill, originally signed into law in 2016, now requires all local jurisdictions to implement mandatory organic waste recycling programs. The changes in Carson will begin next month, although Torrance residents won't be required to change until January 1st, 2023. Well, the Oscars are just a few weeks away, straight from Hollywood, and locally, Oscar-nominated short films will be shown in San Pedro this month. The San Pedro International Film Festival will screen this year's Academy Awards-nominated short films in the animation, documentary, and live action categories at the Warner Grand Theater. Tickets, which are on sale at spiffest.org, which also has the schedule, cost $15 per category or $45 for all 3 evenings. Tickets will also be at the box office as well. Now, the full San Pedro International Film Festival will take place from November 3rd to the 7th. This year marks the festival's 11th anniversary, celebrating the work of emerging filmmakers from around the world. The Academy Awards are on March 27th. A 10-year Port of Los Angeles policy that's provided millions of dollars to create parks, fountains, and waterfront promenades in San Pedro and Wilmington should be made a permanent fixture in the port's budget. Now, that's according to supporters. The board of directors for the San Pedro Property Owners Downtown Business Improvement District was the latest group to weigh in, requesting the port's public access investment plan be extended beyond its 2025 sunset year and be made permanent. The program passed in 2015. There's been an ocean water use warning issued in San Pedro, plus other beach towns too. Yes, Los Angeles County public health officials issued an ocean water use warning for people planning to visit several LA beaches. Due to water quality, people are urged to avoid swimming or playing at the following beaches: Mother's Beach in Marina del Rey, Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, Topsail Street Extension in Venice, Topanga Canyon Beach in Malibu, and Inner Cabrillo Beach in San Pedro. Now, officials tell SBTV that the warnings have been issued due to bacteria levels exceeding health standards when last tested. A nearly $19 million budget for the Ladera Linda Community Park project received final approval this week from the Rancho Palos Verdes City Council. The price estimates for the revamp of the 11-acre community center and park, originally built as a school site in the 1960s, have risen steadily in the past 5 years, going from $7.2 million to $15.7 million in early 2021. Now, the project's budget stands at $18.7 million right now, and even though some council members and residents expressed concern about the project's high cost and lovely design, others said construction materials would only get more expensive if the project were delayed. Now, the project could begin as early as next month and could take about 15 months to complete. The renovation will create a new 6,790 square foot community center featuring a nearly 2,000 square foot multi-purpose room that can be divided, 2 classrooms, and a multi-function meeting room. The project also includes an outdoor tiered seating area, a 54-stall parking lot adjacent to the building, and a children's playground. The battle over a highly toxic chemical used in oil refining recently received a fresh jolt, 7 years after the substance came to the forefront in the wake of an explosion that rocked the Torrance Refinery. That 2015 blast caused a near miss as large debris landed nearby an alkylation unit containing modified hydrofluoric acid, according to a CSB report. MHF is described as a ground-hugging aerosol that could cause severe damage to the skin, respiratory system, or even death. Recently, LA County supervisors passed a motion to urge the state to seek and require alternatives to the use of MHF. For their part, the Torrance Refining Company said in a statement that safety measures are in place without an off-site release in 60 years. Well, a Manhattan Beach home with ocean views from almost every room hit the market recently for $27 million, and it's likely to set a record for the priciest sale in that city. Located on the Strand, of course, the views are said to be incredible, with Palos Verdes, Catalina, Santa Monica, and Malibu, and the Manhattan Beach Pier all within view from the home. There's room for 7 cars with 2 outside parking spots and a garage with room for 5 vehicles. Other amenities include an elevator, a 360-bottle wine cellar, floor-to-ceiling windows, exposed ceiling beams, and an architectural staircase that was built in one piece and then transferred to the home. I'm not kidding. There are 5 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms, plus an eat-in kitchen with wood cabinetry and a breakfast nook. The home last traded in 2011 for $12.25 million, according to records with Property Shark. The sellers were not available for comment. Well, our in-studio guest this week knows a thing or two about the business. Please welcome to the show real estate agent Miss Grace Campbell. It's so great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me about your circle. Talk about your brokerage.
Yes, so we have several offices. I work for West Shores Realty, and they have several offices in the South Bay, from Redondo Beach to Rancho Palos Verdes to Whittier.
Okay, now, of course, that's pretty much the South Bay. Tell me, how is the South Bay market doing these days?
Well, there is plethora of buyers out there with very low inventory of homes, so it's crazy out there. It's not as crazy as last year. When we would submit offers for buyers, we would be up against 10 to 15 offers. But now it's about 5 to 10, so we see the market leveling.
Now, how did the pandemic affect your business? Because I'm thinking real estate agents are all about, person-to-person contact, in-person greetings kind of thing. How did it shift things for you?
Well, we had to switch gears quickly because we were no longer able to have open houses or go door to door. It was all now focused on video conferencing and video. So we all had to get used to being in front of the camera.
Well, you're a natural at it, so welcome. Now, your message as an agent for buyers, let's say.
Well, for buyers, interest rates are still low. They're not as low as last year, so your buying power is a little bit weaker. Interest rates did fall a little bit last week, but they're raising again this week. So it just shows that you want to get pre-approved now.
So Grace, what is your message to sellers?
Well, home prices are still increasing, but not as fast as last year, but there's still low inventory. So that means you can still get a high price for your home. For example, I have some numbers here. Here in Manhattan Beach, for example, the average price is $4.2 million. And there's 4 new listings just in the last 5 days. So that means there's low inventory, and the average days on market is 21 days on market. So it moves fast. We also have Redondo Beach. The average price is $1.5 million. 15 new listings in the last 5 days, and the average days on market is 8. So that means right when it comes on the market, you already have offers. So you're already at 8 days. That means that it's been negotiated and you are now under contract. So it is a time to sell.
Well, on the other side of selling, we have the buyers. So what is your message for buyers? So Grace, then what is your message for buyers?
Ooh, interest rates are still low. They're not as low as last year. They went down a little bit last week and now we're up again this week. So now is the time, because when the interest rates go high, that means your buying power is weakened. So now's the time to take advantage.
So let's talk about the buyers for a second. What are they looking for when they are out there trying to get a home?
They're looking for someone to accept their offer. There's multiple bids. Every time they make an offer, they're going up against 5, 10 other offers. So all they want here in the South Bay is to get their offer accepted.
And like, what do you have to do to actually make that happen besides cross your fingers and, pray?
You just want to make sure you have a strong offer, that you're pre-qualified. So that's why it's important to get pre-qualified with one of our lenders in the office. And then number 2, it's very tricky when you make that offer. That's why you got to get the right agent on it, because there's so many contingencies that you can tighten, make it look sweet so that it looks very appealing to the seller.
Well, then how does someone choose an agent? Because there's a few of them in the South Bay.
Okay, so the National Association of Realtors says 67% of sellers right now and buyers find their agent from referrals. But the others it's just all about marketing. What agents are doing right now is just getting out there, networking, building relationships, because it's all about relationships and not sales. First it's relationships, then comes the sales. So it's our agents just going out there, networking, taking care of the community and educating them at the same time.
Well, I learned all about you. You have a lovely Instagram page. So tell people where they can find you on Instagram, but then also social media has crept into the game too now.
Yes, so you can find us find me at Grace Campbell Homes, and there you can find tips and tricks that we can share with the community.
So talk about how kind of social media changed the game in real estate.
It's all about education. So a couple years ago, it was just all about me, what I'm doing, what I'm selling, where I'm at. Now it's all about educating the consumer. Tips and tricks on home buying and home selling, even design tips. So it's all about the viewers and not the person posting.
So give me one tip on each. A tip for sellers.
A tip for sellers. Well, one easy tip is curb appeal. If you want a high price, just make it look beautiful. It's all about visuals right when you drive up.
And you could rent that too, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
And then a tip for the buyer.
Tip for the buyer, get an agent, a good agent who knows this market well, because it's all about presenting a strong offer and making it appealing.
And then, well, I have to ask a design tip, because who doesn't want design tips?
Oh, design tips. You know what? There's so many opinions out there. But
you're in the chair, so I want your opinion, because you are very well put together. So I can't imagine that doesn't spill out into interior design. You drive down all of the roads in the South Bay, and most of the houses are like that clean white, gray, very soft looking kind of feel. I need another design tip, and I know you're a mom, so tell me like what families are doing in their homes design-wise.
Luxury vinyl flooring, because it looks like wood. Vinyl today looks like it's real wood with grains. It's waterproof, it's dent proof, so it's perfect for kids and pets.
Now people always shy away from going vinyl. Now you're saying no, do it.
The quality today is different than it was 10 years ago. And 2, what I personally love is porcelain tile that mimics marble, because it is waterproof, it always looks clean, and all you have to do is wipe it and it's just easy to clean.
Amazing. Okay, my last question is for all the renters out there, because we know there are many of them in the South Bay, but they're kind of thinking about buying. How would you get them into the buying ring?
Okay, so 85% of our residences out there don't realize that they're qualified to purchase a home. There's a myth out there that you need 20% down, but there's many loans out there. You could put 10% down, 5% down, also as low as 3% down. So you just got to get the right lender to educate you. We're familiar with about 100 different loans in our office, so if anyone needs help, just contact me directly.
Okay, Grace, speaking of, tell people how they can find you.
So you can find me on Instagram on Grace Campbell Homes, and there you can DM me or contact me. You could also call me 310-948-0993 or Google me, West Shores Realty Grace Campbell.
Well, if people don't want to buy a home yet, I think they should hire you for those design tips because they're amazing.
Of course, I'm always here to share free tips.
That's so great. And we will be right back. Welcome back to Good Morning South Bay. Okay, so if you've just stumbled upon this show and are thinking, what is this? Well, hello, we are a live streaming platform reflecting the South Bay lifestyle, covering cities from El Segundo to San Pedro and all the towns in between. We cover topics including health and wellness, fashion and beauty, art and music, food and entertainment, and with this show, local news and events. And please do not forget, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and our online newsletter. And that way you can be notified of any new stories and when we go live. In the meantime, come back here every Friday at 11 a.m. to stay up to date on all the latest happenings in the South Bay. Speaking of, here's what you and your family can look forward to this weekend in the South Bay. Hermosa is so excited to bring back this community treasured event. Enjoy seeing some of your favorite local nonprofits, unique vehicles, cool brands, and more in this eclectic and diverse celebration of St. Patrick's Day. Pier Avenue and Hermosa Avenue will be closed early morning Saturdays so that the parade route can be well established. The community is welcome to line up on the street. Now, parade participants are not allowed to throw or toss items from the route, but can hand out content to parade attendees directly. Enjoy the parade near one of the 3 announcing stages to enjoy information about each parade entry. Merchandise will also soon be available for sale to prepare for event day. Stay tuned. Also on March 12th from 5 to 9 p.m. is Water and Wood 2022. Resin's longest running art and photography show featuring artwork united by the theme of water and wood is on. In addition to featuring the work of the South Bay Artist Collective, this is a community show. Tickets are for free at eventbrite.com. Also on Saturday, March 12th, Hawthorne Country Store celebrates Chicktopia. Yes, the store is hosting its annual Chick Day, called Chicktopia, the largest in Southern California, with more than 115 varieties of baby poultry. As the slow food movement continues to gain ground in Southern California, home flocks continue to expand in the hearts and yards of Southern Californians in both rural and urban areas. Hawthorne's Chick Day offers an educational opportunity for families to learn about raising chickens in their own backyard and the benefits of creating this self-sufficient homestead approach. Hundreds of families attend annually to expand their chicken flocks and poultry knowledge. The family-owned and operated store is committed to flock education and spreading awareness of homesteading trends and topics. To make a reservation, visit eventbrite.com. Moving on to Sunday, March 13th, it's Festival of the Kite at Redondo Beach Pier at 12 p.m. This beautiful free festival celebrates the history and whimsicalness of the kite. Watch as hundreds take to the sky or bring your own. There will be contests for highest flying kite, best handmade kite, and youngest kite flyer. You can also help to launch a 25-foot wide kite. There also tends to be a slew of rather random activities on the pier all day, including a hot dog on a stick eating contest and dance performances. Here's some music for you on March 13th, 15th, and 16th. John Mayer, yes, is live in Inglewood. John Mayer brings his Sob Rock Tour 2022 to the Forum with special guest Yeba at 7:30 p.m. Mayer, who last toured in 2019, will debut his latest album, Sob Rock, which features the catchy single New Light. that's been streamed over 500 million times on Spotify. Tickets to see the Your Body is a Wonderland Singer live are available on all major ticketing platforms, including StubHub, Vivid Seats, Ticketmaster, SeatGeeks, and Mega Seats. On Sunday, March 13th at 2 and 5 p.m., the amazing Bubble Man is coming to Torrance. Now, to buy tickets, visit torrancearts.org. Lewis Pearl has been thrilling audiences around the world for nearly 30 years with the art, magic, science, and fun of bubbles. Lewis explores the breathtaking dynamics of bubbles, combining comedy and artistry with audience participation and enough spellbinding bubble tricks to keep everyone mesmerized. Looking ahead to March 16th, it's Pricey Digs Wine Wednesday at MB Wine Company. Join them for Wine Wednesday and live R&B, soul, and soft rock music from Pricey Digs each week at MB Wine Company in Manhattan Beach. A versatile duo with an electric repertoire of old school R&B, jazz, Latin, country, standards, reggae, pop, funk from Steely Dan, Van Morrison, EWF, James Taylor, Hall & Oates, Beatles, and Sinatra. Also on Wednesday, March 16th at 6 p.m., West Basin Know Your H2O class, Save Water, Save California. Now this is a virtual class at 6 p.m. How well do you know your H2O? Take an in-depth look into one of life's most important resources by participating in West Basin's Know Your H2O class called Save Water, Save California. The online class is an opportunity for service area residents to learn about local water issues, receive a status update on the drought, and discover what can be done to save more water in our daily lives. To register, go to westbasin.org. Also on Wednesday, March 16th at 12 p.m., coming out of Torrance, it's Craft Delight Time. Now this is another virtual event where you share, learn, get inspired, connect online with fellow crafters to discuss your current craft projects on Zoom. To join, send an email to dfiedler, that's DFIEDLER @torranceca.gov. Last but not least, on Thursday, March 17th, it's the Manhattan Beach State of the City 2022. Now the time is 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. The Manhattan Beach Chamber of Commerce, MBCC, presents the annual State of the City. The event will be the first in-person event of 2022 for MBCC. It will be held at the Joslyn Community Center. David Archer, President and CEO of the MBCC, will lead the conversation and hold a Q&A with Mayor Hildy Stern. The questionnaire will be followed by an update from 4 City of MB leaders. The speakers will share updates on current city activities, future projects, and the status of the local economy. Register for free at manhattanbeachchamber.com. And if you have a local story or event that you would like to tell us about, please do so on our website. Follow the link on the homepage to where you can submit your story, because it's all about community and engagement, and that cannot happen without you. So take care of you, your town, and each other. Thanks for watching.